Hello, everyone, and welcome to the introduction of our wellness series. My name is Araba Adua-Powell, and I'm the Senior Research Specialist at Ujima Inc. We are super excited to share this year-long initiative with you because we are emphasizing how important maintaining wellness is within the Black community. Statistics show that Black people are more likely to experience anxiety, depression, and other forms of emotional distress in comparison to our counterparts. And yet, we are not able to access or receive care in the ways that we need to. So, during this series, we want to promote all forms of wellness and explore the different modalities in which Black people can seek help. Now, if you're anything like me and you're just beginning to prioritize your well being, then you may need some guidance along the way. So, you definitely don't want to miss this series, as we have so many experts who will share different methods and practices to get you started on your healing journey. In today's conversation, a few of us from Ujima will be talking about what wellness looks like for us, how we practice self care, and talk about some of the things that we look forward to seeing during the series. But before we officially begin, we want to introduce ourselves and tell you a little bit more about who we are at Ujima and what we do, as well as why we do what we do. I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to my colleague, Miranda.
Hello. My name is Miranda Shorts, and I am the training specialist on the Training and Technical Assistance team at Ujima Inc., the National Center on Violence Against Women in the Black community. And welcome to our wellness series introduction. So just to give you a little bit of information about Ujima, our mission and our vision as an organization and as advocates is to create a world where Black women and girls have a soft landing space, which means that they are respected and live safely in a community free of all forms of violence. That includes sexual, domestic, community, and institutional violence. And so Ujima serves as a resource to survivors of violence, but also advocates and service providers, as well as the community at large. And so our goal at Ujima is to have those resources and tools that are accessible to everyone in the Black community, and that includes resources that promote wellness.
So what is wellness? Wellness can be defined as the act of practicing healthy habits on a daily basis to attain better physical and mental health outcomes, so that instead of just surviving, you're thriving. Why are we doing this wellness series? We want to use this series to create accessible tools and practices that will uplift and support the Black community and Black survivors. This wellness series is a creation of a space for wellness, for us and by us. We will discuss what wellness can look like in practice for the Black community. We believe that it's important for us to lead these discussions for our community, and this is going to help us develop and sustain a culture of wellness and decolonize wellness, which will be free from Eurocentric ideas of wellness. I'd like to share an Audre Lorde quote describing the roots of self-care. Caring for myself is not self-indulgent. It is self-preservation, and that is an act of political warfare.
So some of the topics that we have to look forward to during this series will be physical wellness, how to practice meditative wellness, as well as economic wellness for members of the Black community and economic justice for survivors. And so, Mollie and Miranda, I'm excited to talk to you guys a little bit about what wellness looks like for you and how do you practice wellness in your daily lives?
So I think wellness takes different forms for different people, but I think I really prioritized my physical wellness recently. I started going on runs more, going on walks. I think for me, wellness is just doing things that make me happy. So and I work at home, so like getting out is really a priority for me. Making sure that I'm socializing more, visiting my family, cooking, baking, just doing things that make me feel like myself. So yeah, that's how I prioritize it for my life.
That's great. That's great. Mollie, interested in hearing what wellness, how do you define wellness and what does it look like for you in your everyday life?
Yeah, so when I think about wellness, I think about, being able to trust myself to make the decisions that are going to be the best for me. So, I want to prioritize my physical wellness too, but it goes beyond just me making that statement that I'm going to, make better decisions or, eat better. But, actually following through and holding myself accountable when I'm trying to make those changes.
Yeah, I definitely can agree with both of you. I think for me, wellness, I define wellness in terms of just having that balance and making sure not to overwhelm myself and also not to deny certain parts of myself. So I have to make sure I'm taking care of myself every week. Like if I have the time, I'm going to get my hair done, or I'm going to do my nails, or I'm going to read a book that I love, or I'm going to cook one of my favorite meals. And so just making sure I don't neglect certain parts of myself. And if I have the time, use that time wisely. So that to me is what wellness is all about, just having that balance. But what I'm also interested in knowing from you guys is, why is wellness so important in the Black community, specifically for Black women and girls?
Well, I think Mollie's quote that she read from Audre Lorde is kind of the encapsulation of like what wellness is for Black people. Like, it is an act of political warfare because we have been in a world that doesn't allow us to not only feel ourselves whole, but also just be people that have a sense of self. And so I think for me, wellness is important because it gives me the ability to just be myself and do things that I love to do, and make myself feel whole. So yeah.
Yeah, and I'd like to add on to what Miranda just said. I do think it's important for our community to be able to take ownership of our wellness. Know that we have the tools for us to be able to support each other and support ourselves in our wellness journeys, outside of outside influence. Within our own community that can exist outside of Eurocentric standards of wellness.
That's great. Yeah, I think for me, as Black people, we are so focused on surviving that we rarely make time to take care of ourselves. You guys know, working in advocacy as well, we are always supporting, showing up and filling in spaces where we need to. And so oftentimes we can place more emphasis on just go, just do, rather than just be, and just, kind of like live in the moment and live in the present time. So for me, wellness is important in the Black community because we've never really had the luxury to focus on wellness. So just making sure that we make room and make space for that. And as Black women and girls, oh my goodness, like I can't even stress or emphasize how important it is for us as Black women to make time for wellness. So yeah, but just to wrap things up, what are you guys most interested, or what are you looking forward to the most during this series?
I think for me, I'm excited for everything, but I don't know that much about economic wellness, especially specific policy. So I'm really excited to hear about that and how I can support that. Two, I'm really excited for like live series where we can work out and like do yoga and things like that. So I think all of these are really fun, but I'm excited to learn more about things that I don't know about.
Yeah, I'm for sure excited for the meditative wellness portion. I do not meditate enough. And so in learning different modalities and how we can, practice wellness, that would be awesome. But just learning how to like center myself, focus, and harness that like healing energy, I'm super excited for that portion. And Mollie, how about you?
I think I'm most excited about just the opportunity to practice wellness with other Black women. I think like that in itself, makes a statement that we're going to be supporting each other in this journey. I think we all can improve on, centering ourselves and just our health. So I'm glad to be doing that with you all.
Absolutely. That's great. Well, once again, my name is Araba Apau, joined here by my colleagues Miranda and Mollie. And this is the introduction to our wellness series. We hope you stay tuned.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.